Yo, what's up? This is highly recommended. It has been a phenomenal start to day two at Everwild. What did you say, Bobby?
Oh yeah, it's been a blast out here.
Now, Bobby's on his day off. This is day two, and Tropidelic's not performing today. So we caught Bobby for a little Q&A. And Bobby, the people that know Tropidelic, they know that your time with Tropidelic is coming to a close this weekend. This is the last time you're playing with the band. You had a great set last night, and you got one coming up tomorrow. How long have you been with Tropidelic, man? How many years has it been?
Almost exactly 13.
Almost exactly 13. And going back 13 years, man, how did you get into the band? Tell me a little bit about how you started.
All right. Well, it's kind of funny. I started off. They needed a new guitarist. I was going to audition for a new guitarist. I forgot about the audition. Followed up with Rhodes, and he's like, "Oh, well, call no showed." Like, it's like, "Oh, damn, these guys are serious." And they got somebody else to play guitar. Worked out for like 3 or 4 months or something. Something happened, but my buddy that I went to high school with that introduced me to Rhodes was like, "Oh, they're looking for a guitarist again." So this time I didn't forget that I was supposed to audition for this band because they used to be my favorite local band.
Okay, yeah.
I went to Trop shows all the time. Got into squabbles with my girlfriend at the time over going to concerts and missing Trop opening for him because she had to do her hair. So like that's like my favorite local band. So Second Chance, it was like I can't not really capitalize on this, and also kind of felt like it was just like meant to be. Like I was supposed to be in that band because what are the chances of that happening? So.
And maybe if you didn't miss the first time, things wouldn't have worked out the same way. Sometimes it's like that. So you got your second chance, and then you spent 13 years in Tropidelic. Over 13 years, that's a long time. Are there any particular highlights or things that stood out to you about those 13 years?
So many like people I look up to that I got to tour with, meet, become friends with. Red Rocks was definitely a milestone, like performance. It was really cool being there. There was this one time we were on tour with the Expendables, where Raul, their guitarist, his retina became detached and he had to have like emergency eye surgery. And so it was like 12 hours notice or something. They asked if I could fill in for them on guitar. And I love the Expendables. I used to, listen to them while I was working in a pizza shop when I was younger. And to fill in for somebody like that I looked up to and have that moment of just like playing all their music, it was really awesome. And definitely won't ever forget that part.
Yeah, that's a great story. Be able to fill in for another band that you looked up to, like you said. One of the things that people know about you when they see you perform is you not only just like highly talented and at the guitar, but you have a lot of crazy tricks, man. What's one of the craziest tricks that you've ever done, or what's like one of your like real showy guitar moves that you got under your belt?
I'm a big fan of doing like the old school Jimi Hendrix behind the back.
Yeah.
So when you put it like kind of behind your head like that, but getting on Rex's kick drum and standing on one foot, like, oops, sorry, I'm like kind of doing this while playing the guitar solo. Love that. Like that's always just fun to do. It's a fun bonding moment for me and Rex. And I like to think I was the first flamingo around here.
Okay, that was the flamingo move.
It was, they stand on one leg, so
okay. So if you
makes sense. The Stevie Ray Vaughan behind the back, like just that way. Yeah. It just looks flashy. It's actually really easy to do. And then I only did it once, maybe one other time, because I don't want to screw it up or hurt myself. But we were in St. Pete at Janice Live one time, and I did a one-handed cartwheel while playing a guitar solo. I kept one hand on the guitar, and then it was great because I let our homie who was taking pictures of that show know ahead of time when, where, what I was going to do, all that. So he has a series of photos of like the whole thing, but he got one perfect of like me straight up, like feet in the air, crowd behind me. And that's probably the coolest trick I've ever done.
And that's a cool trick. And now you're explaining that. I know there's a shirt down there at the merch that has that on there.
That was the silhouette for I took that and popped into Procreate, drew up a text for it. But it was based on just like taking that moment and being like, yeah, it's probably my favorite picture on stage ever. And I think this would make a cool shirt. So
Yeah, so that's one of the aspects that we'll sorely miss with your departure from Trop is the tricks and the antics you got there, man. So, what led to your decision to step away from the band?
Family mainly. Just my son's 6. He's not getting younger. Going on tour, you miss a lot of stuff, and I didn't want to miss any more of that. And being at home with my wife, and just like not being split between these two things. Like 10 years ago, before all that, I never wanted to get off the road. Just wanted to go, 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 go. And now it's life changes, the dream changes, and it's just what was more important. And tour is no joke, man. Like it is a wild way to live your life. Like most people be like, if they saw like how you live day to day and shit, they'd be like, you crazy? And like I think all of us are a little bit crazy. We're artists, like what do you expect? But yeah, there's a lot of mental gymnastics in that. So it's like being torn between two things you care about so much for so long is just like it's time. I've done this for a long time. I loved all of it, and it's always going to be a huge part of my life. It's just time to make sure I don't miss growing old with my wife and watching my kid grow up.
Well, the people that know that are they know you're leaving and they're sad to see that, but they understand and they're going to respect that answer and the decision to do that. So, as much as it's sad to see you go, you making a good move for yourself and your family. So awesome to hear that, man. So outside of that, do you have any plans of what you're going to do next after you are done with the band life?
Yeah, I'm always going to be working on, music just in general, my own pace, just doing whatever I want, however I want to sound like. And I just started off as the newest instructor at the School of Rock Cleveland. And so, that and a couple other jobs I got hired for there. Just, I think it'll be really fulfilling and really fun and impactful to work with a bunch of kids who need an outlet, need a direction, need somebody in their life that can show them something to really care about and have be there for them when nobody else can. And music's been like that for me. So to get to pass that on to kids who not just need that on like a developmental, like mental, emotional level, but to not just be like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to play guitar. I'm going to teach you guys how to play in a band together. And, all of the stuff I've learned over the last 13 years, just being able to have a medium where I can translate that to the next generation of kids who want to go do this and have real advice to be able to tell them how it is and what you got to do, musical, not musical, and it'll just be fun. Like working with kids who are just fresh and excited about music, excited to play all those simple old school rock songs, and like that feeling of getting that just a groove with a band for the first time, and like when you finally like hit a stride and connect with like 4 or 5 other people and play a song, even if it's just a piece of a song, like that first time you get it, like that feeling is like electricity. And to be able to kind of guide kids into doing that and watch that electricity happen is something I'm so excited to be involved in.
Dude, that's so awesome. And it's not surprising to hear that you were going to continue to be involved in music one way or another, So, of course, that is going to be part of your life forever. And that's a great way to continue the legacy, man. Pass on what you know to the next generation. You don't know what you're going to impact in these kids' lives, but that's really awesome to hear, man. And with that, I just want to ask you the last question. Is there anything you want to say for all the fans and everybody that supported you along the way during this journey that you want to leave them with?
Just thank you. You've all been so awesome to me and kind and real with me. I've had some crazy deep conversations, some crazy fun memories, and I love the love you guys have given me, and I love you all for it. Like it is unreal, and especially those of you who've come up to me talking to me about songs we've written that have helped you through some shit, because I'm just like all of you. Like I'm a music fan and music is my therapy. Like there are so many times nothing has been there for me but a song, the right song in the right moment. And to be able to share something like that with all of you, and then to feel that back and forth energy from the stage, and I'm kind of getting chills right now talking about it. It's been amazing, and I wouldn't trade it for anything, and I'll never stop making music. So hopefully I'll see a lot of you before too long. But thank you for everything.
Bobby, thank you for your time, man. Thank you for your time with Trop, dude. Thank you.
Thank you.
And with
man.
that, highly recommended. We're signing off. Peace.